Let's see. Other things to notice. If you are also continuing to hit rendering lag, I would suggest altering down the graphics on your game. It will help in the long run. Remember, when you're streaming, you're gonna have to probably make sacrifices somewhere, especially if you're not running top tier. And even running a 2080 Super with a 3900X CPU running off SSD, the only thing I'm like missing is the 2080, or 3080. We'll see if we'll ever get that right. I still have to cut back, and I also play games at 1440, which requires more resources than playing at 1080. You know, you have to make sacrifices somewhere when you're streaming. There is another way to encode things. You can use what's called NVEC recording. If you go up to your settings to change your recordings, go to output, you can change what kind of, where is that? I probably can't change it during, I can't change it right now. There it is. But I'm using CPU encoding because why not? I'm running why would I tax my GPU more than it already needs to be when I have a higher tier CPU? Same thing when it comes down to your recordings. A big tip I always suggest to people is that when you make any change of any sort to your when you make any change of any sort to your stream of any, especially when it comes to sound, mics, you change a piece of hardware, you always test it. Do a recording, record yourself, listen to it. I'm not saying sit back and listen to your streams, but make sure your stream output is also the same as your recording output. That way you're trying to get as close to as possible. You know, I've turned off like my web sources here for doing the video. You'll still see my logo down there, which happens to be on my shirt. Another cool thing I like to add, by the way, is over here you'll see I use StreamElements to help kind of cut down on how much work my computer actually has to do versus what I'm wanting it to do, if that makes sense. So let's take a little quick look at StreamElements real quick. This might be a real helpful tip, especially if you're running something lower end. This has helped out a couple people that I know. Well, let's do a quick show of what it is. So here you have StreamElements dashboard. So I take all of my overlays. Let's do my default overlay. And it'll give you a page of, you know, set up what size you want. These are actually not showing because I want to figure out later in the road how I'm actually going to utilize these because I don't like them just sitting there. I think it looks clunky, makes it look less clean. But here's all my layers, and then I can copy my overlay URL, paste it, and down here. So you would add a browser source, which is somewhere. Browser. I'm looking at my browser. They're all right there. It makes it really super easy to just instead of having it everywhere, you combine it all into one. Another thing to just help tidy you up while you're streaming is doing folders. And you can also turn off folders altogether if you want, on and off. But you know, I have like Streamloots, which I don't know why I still do. My socials, which you've been seeing pop up over here. Mix It Up, which is a fantastic bot. If you have not used Mix It Up, I highly suggest giving a look out. It used to be for Mixer only, and then Mixer shut down, and they changed it. One of the things, though, I absolutely love about Mix It Up is just the amount of crap you can do with it. And also what's nice about StreamElements while I'm here on this page is I can actually see plugins for it. And I have a couple different plugins. I have ones that help with my transition matrix, stream effects, which the more effects you add, the more it taps out your GPU. I wouldn't really suggest looking into it. But let's take a look at StreamElements, or Mix It Up real quick. So by default, this is the page it opens on, your just general chat. But one of my absolute favorite things, you can customize the crap out of your channel points. They just have to match exactly. If you want links to all this stuff, just let me know, either through the Alpha Nerds Guild streamers site, or just shoot me a message, or find me on Twitch, Deadwillpower. But one of my absolute favorite things to do is I can find a user, and we'll go to one of my mods who I know has one. We'll go to your 10C. So I edit, and tells me a bunch of things about them, but you can do this thing called custom entrance command, which is just freaking awesome. So what this looks like is when she comes in, well, we'll do one that's a little shorter. Let's do one for, hers is long. Do Wix. The Wix got one. This is a reward I have for about, like, I think it's 25k channel points. As you can cash these in, I make you your own custom entrance. But when he comes in a chat, if it wants to work, and of course not. Oh, I don't have my headphones on, so that doesn't help either. Let me put on my headphones. Like, make sure it's hearing and working. All right, got that up. Beautiful thing about the Wave 3 is I can separate all my sounds, tell it where to go, and then I can listen to the stream versus my headphones, but that's a different video. Now, I don't know why it didn't pop up. Oh, I know why it didn't. Sig's gonna have to probably edit this shit. Sound settings. Oh, no. I need to set this to go to my wave. Which one of these fucking things is? We don't need voice chat, FX. Let's try one more time.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Now I don't know why it's so quiet, but I can just come in here, sound, turn the volume.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Oh, there we go. I just turned it up here. That's why. Got it. Got it. Figured it out.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt
So when he comes into chat, I come over here, right? So this will be my playing around screen. He'll come into chat, he'll say something, and he's got a custom entrance command, which I don't need that page anymore.
Your mother
There he
was
goes.
a hamster and your father.
And so this will pop up on stream when he pops in. So kind of a cool thing to pop up. This is my gaming one, so obviously there's nothing up here right now. But I think that's enough ranting out of me. I'll try to do more videos later down the road. If you have anything you want to ask me, I always take pleasure in trying to help new people. Sig, sorry you have to edit this thing like you probably have to, but hopefully it does some of the trick.